Howdy, Mike. Teddy said he didn't say anything about cookies. Hey, Doug, welcome in. Hi, Diana. I don't know if I missed Chalk and Bones are here. Well, let's see here. Well, just so happens that right here is a box. Now, ignore the Christmas box motif and let's see what we got here. We've got peanut butter cookies. And these were waiting on me when in fact, I believe there was a 10 of these sitting in my seat when I returned home from my exploration trip. Notice I didn't say they were waiting on you, Mike. Well, see, I didn't know you knew about it today, so I didn't get them sent in time, Mike. I'll have to ship them later. Besides that, you don't like cookies. You're a donut guy. Right, Diana? He doesn't like cookies. And yes, it was my mother's recipe. And I have to tell you guys, Brenda knocked this one out of the park. She's been making me these for years and they've always been good. These may be the best ever. Just so you know, Mike, what you're missing out on. Some of the best ever peanut butter cookies. Just so you know. Not to be rubbing it in or anything, but, you know, I'm rubbing it in and everything. Brenda, do you ever mailing address for Christmas? I'd love some peanut butter cookies. Well, we'll have to work on that, Mike. You'll have to send me that. Well, yeah, I've got it somewhere. Let me see if I've got it in my phone here. I told her it'd be a good thing to do anyway, to be, send out some homemade baked goods. We're making homemade vanilla even as we speak. Let's see here. Well, who did I send that to? Hey, if you need a lift. Oh, that's for my buddy Phil. How'd that get in there? Hang on, I'm still looking for something. Addresses. Oh, Mike, I might not have. Will you send that to me and I'll see if I can get you on the. If I can't get you on the VIP list for cookies for Christmas. What do you think? Cookies, donuts, to Mike, it doesn't matter. Somehow, I believe that, Diana. Who else did I see in here? I saw, Dawn, welcome in, Dawn. The Hitchhiking Bones is or was here. Um, hang on a minute. I'm trying to make it a point not to slouch so bad tonight. And looking and realizing I slouch horribly when I'm hurting, which probably makes it all worse. However, well, I tell you what I could do, Mike. I could eat a hole in these and we could call it a donut. Let me see if I can cut a hole in here. Does the hole have to be round to be a donut? I'll be honest, this looks like something I could probably cut my fingers off doing, considering how sharp my knife is. Bear with me. Art takes a moment to create. Oh, it's trying to break. I may just have to eat it, Mike. I may not be able to show it. Oh, man, it broke. Okay, well, imagine this is the part of the donut that you hadn't eaten yet, Mike. This is a cup of egg. Typically, I wouldn't eat cookies in front of you guys, but since Teddy blew the secret, and Mike was asking for them, I thought I'd just eat one and so you can see the goodness. My good, good cookies. I told Teddy it's a good thing he didn't like cookies because we might have to be finding him a foster home. And I love Teddy. Yeah, I guess we made everybody mad, Brendan, because nobody's talking. Yes, I do love my mother's butterscotch pie. My mother used to make from scratch completely her own butterscotch pie. She made her own butterscotch flavoring and, well, homemade butterscotch, let's put it that way. And that was my dad's favorite pie. So for his birthday and or their anniversary, she used to make him butterscotch pies with meringue on top. Good eating. Oh, well, Diana, you hadn't lived. But I'll be honest with you, Diane, if you're going to have it, you should have a really good homemade one first. Because if you have that kind made out of just, jello pudding kind of butterscotch pie, it's not as good. I mean, it's probably okay, but it's not as good. Well, look there, Mike. You guys might have a butterscotch pie in your future. Maybe. Maybe not. One of my favorite pies in the whole wide world is a good old fashioned chess pie, but they're really hard. Good ones are hard to find. Not a fan of butterscotch. Kind of reminds me of maple. Are you sure you're Canadian, Diana? I mean, really, really sure? Look me right here in the eye. Right there. And tell me you're Canadian. No, he won't. What he won't? He won't get a butterscotch pie for Christmas? All right, Mike, just to show you that I'm not really cruel, I'm going to put my cookies up. At least until later. I might have one before I go to bed. I'd be careful, or I'll forget to take these upstairs. Mike might sneak down here in the night, take my cookies back to Canada. Okay, this is the problem with having feet you can't feel sometimes. I'm Canadian, but I should be a Floridian. Oh, oh me, Diana. I don't. Well, you might. I was going to say you wouldn't like it after the first couple of summers, but I don't know. Maybe you would. My goodness. He's either telling me to be quiet or he's having a bad dream. You going to get up and say hi? Or are you going to get up and say hi? Probably not. I finally decided Tennessee's a good place to live, politics aside. Oh. California's falling in the ocean and Florida's going to be underwater before long. Yeah, I think both those things could be right. I've lived in Florida. I think I was going to give one of them a try. It'd be California, but it would be Northern California. I don't think Southern California would be my cup of tea. So what's everybody been up to? I've been gone 2 weeks. I don't know what's been going on. It'd be fine. We had crazy heat and humidity this summer, and I survived just fine. Yeah, but you knew there was cold weather coming for the relief. Down in Florida, there is no cold weather. Or at least not what I'd call cold weather. Holy mackerel, what was that? The chat in my window there just went looked like the Matrix happening. It's cold today. I cried. Oh, I'm sorry, Diana. It was in the mid 80s here again today. But it's supposed to be cold this weekend. I think I saw something about not getting any warmer than the upper 60s, which would actually would be fairly comfortable if it did. And what'd you say it was at your mom's when you got up and left yesterday? 59? Or was that here? It was one morning when I got up out at Mark's, it was 30. So, and it may have actually been cooler than that, colder than that. That's just what I saw when I woke up, which was probably around 7:30 or so. So it might have been a little cool. 57. Okay. Hey, Tina McNeil. Well, I know everybody. There's a pressing political issue that I know everybody here wants to talk about, and that's the news that broke today that Biden's dog Commander has been kicked out of the White House. That's the second dog that's been kicked out of the White House lately. I think Brenda's trying to say she loved cool mornings and being a unicorn. Well, that's not cold, Diana. You were trying to find the space lab. Well, did you? What's going on with the space lab, Tina? And did you find it? Well, he was biting people, but can you really blame him in Washington? I mean, he's a menace. I mean, think about that for a minute. Think how many people in Washington you personally would like to bite. Well, they are German Shepherds. They're supposed to take care of you. That's true. That's actually the second one. The first one's already been deported. What was his name? Sard? No, not Sard. Oh, it's supposed to be flying over. Oh, did you see it? I have seen it fly over before, but it's been a while. We've got so many trees here. I don't know. I don't know if we could see it or not. I just downloaded. You said that. I just downloaded a new star map on my phone. I don't know if it's going to be. It's called Star Tracker. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but it looks interesting. I'd like to get out and try it. You have too many trees, also. Well, I'm not really going to complain. Us too, but I'm not going to complain that much because I'd rather have the trees than not. Oh wow, there's Ursa Major right there. Pegasus. Where'd Ursa go? Or Ursus, excuse me. Put it back down here until I find myself again. There it is, Ursa Major. And the Big Dipper. Pointing at the Little Dipper. Polaris. The North Star. Doggone trees, we just need to cut. No, we do not need to cut them down. That she's just saying that for everybody else's edification. That's purely to make me mad. She's already cut some of our trees down. We had this beautiful holly tree in the front yard, right in front of the window, so nobody could see in the house, but we could see all the birds, and she cut it down. I know you were making a joke. When is that again? Because I saw something about that, and I thought it was pretty far off yet. And I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to see it like we did the last time. The last time there was a total eclipse here, we got to see pretty much a total eclipse. It passed over. Technically, it was just a little southwest of us, but it was close enough that we could see it. Hey, Kay, welcome in. Next Saturday. Oh, well, no, I didn't realize that. Gee, where have I been? Well, like I said, I walked through, I had to go into a Walmart somewhere in my travels because we needed a lock for the trailer. And so I volunteered to go in and see if I can find the roll around scooter thing. And I did. And I rolled around it. But while I was in the store, I saw those glasses things hanging down like we had in the last eclipse. And I thought, wow, that's weird. Why would they have those here? And that's why. I ate my cookies very quietly, thank you. I have been in a time warp. Well, let's just see if we're going to be able to see it. The Ring of Fire. Supposed to start at 9:13 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, noon 13 Eastern. Pass from the Oregon coast to Texas Gulf Coast. So no, we won't be able to. We'll probably be able to see a partial, but not a. I don't know if we'll be able to see a. I don't think we'll be able to see an entire total eclipse. Now, that sounds like Don. The Hitchhiking Bones probably can, because that's going to go pretty close over them. The moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. Thought something was about to get me there. I'm sorry, I'm studying a map. So if I have that baby's got constipation look on my face, that's why. Sun, moon, you. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. The moon's going to come this way. The sun's going to come this way. And there's going to be a total eclipse. Well, I don't know. We might. It looks like when you actually look at it this way in the path of the moon, that it's going to be over the western end corner of Tennessee and the western end of Kentucky. So we might see a little bit more than I thought. Well, it's still I don't think it'll be total, but it'll be a lot more than I thought. So it's only going to be 40% for you in Canada. Well, Diana, that's about right when you figure the monetary exchange rate for the dollar versus the Canadian dollar. That's about what we'd leave you, isn't it? 40%. That's mean, and I don't mean it to be that way. I thought that'd be a little funnier than it sounds. So you'll get 60% of what we get, or something like that. And I apologize. That was kind of mean. Oh, and not correct. Mike and Diana won't talk to me anymore tonight. I'll say he's not playing fair. Hey, did I show you guys my new book? I could save this till after Saturday when I talk about it a little bit more, but how was the cookie? Oh, it was great, Mike. It was an amazing cookie. I got a copy of Edward's book with all the Native American pictures in it. This came in after we did our last Saturday's, whatever Saturday it was. Oh, you completely missed what I said. Okay, Diana. I was kind of making fun of the 40% lunar eclipse or solar eclipse as compared with the current exchange rate of the dollar versus our dollar versus yours. Just so you know, Tim, I was going to offer to share my pumpkin pie with you, but I guess not. That's okay, Mike. I got peanut butter cookies. The Mickey Bunch, Kelly, welcome. If you ever get a chance to see any of this guy's photographs, though, you ought to do it, because I mean, they're just in those 10 or 20 volumes, whatever it was he took, 20, I think. He really managed to make a lot of history visible that we wouldn't otherwise have. Pretty amazing. He may not have gotten the reputation of Ansel Adams, but in many ways he did just as much, if not more, to preserve the West. Anyway, I don't want to get sentimental and start crying here on the screen again. So I asked if anybody'd been into anything fun while I was gone, but I guess nobody has, because I don't think anybody said anything. Mike, I'll share a cookie with you, though. I just realized I could have at least attempted to share. I mean, it's like drawing a sword, Mike. If I get one out, I'll have to eat it. I mean, here, Mike, take a bite. And then tell me what you think. I think Brenda meant to say, was it homemade pumpkin pie? But her homemade came out like how made. My favorite pumpkin pie has cream cheese in it. It's another one of my mom's things. Oh, Mike was talking to Diana, so Diana didn't hear what I said. Mike, leave her alone. Oh, if fun is repairing cars and chasing dogs, and you had a ton of fun. Let's hear about the dog chasing. What did the puppy get out or something? Oh, I just realized that's a long-legged puppy. I don't bake. Diana says I don't bake pumpkin anything, and it's in the same class as maple. Oh no! Does everything taste like maple? What doesn't taste like maple? Chocolate? I've got some videos I'm trying to get out to show maybe on Saturday, but I can't get them to download onto my computer. Well, Don, I've got cookies, but I can't figure out any way to feed them through the microphone or the camera. And Mike, so be upset with Mike because he's the one that spread that rumor. Diana says no, puppy didn't escape me. He's a bit of a handful. I bet he is. And Brenda says I have a homemade recipe from the University of Tennessee. They're pumpkin loaf bread. It is fantastic. They sell gobs of it, I think is what she's trying to say. And this weekend, my wife probably didn't even remember this, but this weekend, this Saturday, is the Tennessee State Pumpkin Way Off Giant Pumpkin Contest. And I don't know if we'll be going or not. Probably not, since I'll probably be doing a show Saturday morning. No, Tina, tell her. That's what I've been trying to tell her. She keeps. I ate one cookie, Dawn. I did not eat them all. I ate one cookie. Now I ate one. I ate most of 110 already, but that's been since Sunday. I actually think I've done well not to eat them all. Yeah, you might have to, Don. I mean, I'd be glad to share one with you. Mike's wanting some more. He's already made an order for Christmas and a butterscotch pie, but I'm not sure yet. So if you want peanut butter cookies or pumpkin pie, you may be on your own. What did Diana do? I'm a rebel. Yeah, she's a rebel. I don't think you can really be Canadian and not like maple, but cookies would not make it past Sunday in our house. Well, I got home at something after midnight Sunday morning, and I think the cookies were on the front seat of the car. Correct me if I'm wrong, babe. And I managed to make those last until. Actually, I had one for breakfast this morning. That was the last one in that batch. So, yes, I've eaten one batch, probably about a dozen cookies, in 5 days. I think it, and you had a couple. So that's pretty good for me. I mean, I would normally just sit and eat them all. But hey, since my trip, I was just telling Brenda today, I've lost about 25 pounds. So I can't be binging on too many peanut butter cookies right now. Tina, she says she doesn't like butterscotch pie either because it tastes like it's too much like maple. It's just not right. I think I'm going to write to the Trudeau's or whoever won the last election up there and turn her in because I'm sure they're looking for them. Yeah, it's not bad Diana, but that's because I didn't eat anything for 2 weeks. Much, anyway. Dawn says, I have the last few remaining crumbs of my mother's pumpkin cookies. Actually, they are exceptional. Well, I don't recall you sharing any of those with us either. No, thank you. If you have them, you can keep them, Tina. I don't want them back. Trust me, it's been too hard trying to get them off. I had them all gone, and then I kind of got them all back. Well, thank you, Brenda. Hey, Cherie, welcome in. The Surfer Girl has joined us, folks. Oh, no, wait a minute, Dawn. It's not. I mean, it's that's Christmas. I mean, that's Thanksgiving and Christmas. We hadn't even made it to the Halloween thing yet, but at least it's finally October now that people can put up stuff. Remember me, I'm the one who watches, always watches. Yes, you are. That's very, very true. I'd like to lose another, I don't know, 50 or 100. 'Tis pumpkin season. Well, I guess if you go by Starbucks and places, about every place I can think of, it serves food, especially if they serve coffee. Everything's pumpkin spice or pumpkin something right now. Mm. Oh, I don't want that. Tina says I have the fire sticks now though, so if I'm watching on that, fire stick, I don't comment. Oh, okay. So if you're watching this on that, okay. Because also apple crumble and cider season. Now that one I go for, Diana, but I kind of think apple crumble and cider's year. I mean, I'd look at that year round, except fresh cider you only usually get once a year. Man, we used to have the best source of apple cider. Oh my gosh, up where not Brenda's, but Mark's mom and dad lived. There used to be a guy that ran like the family apple orchards, and he sold apples, and they made cider fresh there. Oh God, it was the best apple cider I've ever had. And I wish they were still there, and I wish we could still get them. I've been rinsing with salt water, and what'd you do, Cherie? I must have missed something. Mouth is still swollen and my jaw still hurts. What did you do? And I apologize, Cherie. I haven't caught up. Obviously, I'm behind and haven't caught up to everything. I had a tooth pull yesterday. Oh well, that's like my, you know, 2000th favorite thing to do is get a tooth pulled. Okay, Don, thank you. Hop back in if you can. Excuse me, folks. Mike, I think I choked on a cookie crumb. What did he do now? What did Mike do? Surely there's. I don't like apple cider. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to declare it, Tina. If you were not going to say it, I will. They're not. I don't believe they are Canadian. I'm thinking gypsies took them out of like southern Mississippi and hauled them up to Canada as infants, and then they just I'm just glad I have PPTO. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I can rest. Well, that's good. And just in honor and in support of you, Cherie, I'm not going to go at work tomorrow either. Nope, not going to do it. I'm going to stay right here and rest with you. Oh, yeah, I hadn't even hit my own smash button. Doesn't look like anybody else has either, though, so I'm good. You're welcome, Cherie. That's just, a little thing I can do in support of you. What did Mike say? Sorry, let me correct that. I only like apple cider with alcohol in it. Oh, we can accept that, Mike. I guess that gets you off the hook a little bit. Maybe you are a Canadian. I have 13 likes. I only show 4. Well, thank you guys. That probably means Brenda hasn't hit the like button then. Be my guess. Brenda left me all alone this week. I got home after midnight on Sunday morning, and then she packed up and left and went up to stay with her mom. So me and the cats were just here all by ourselves. Bachelor life for us. I don't think Chloe necessarily enjoyed it. I'm not sure Teddy did either, but he might have. He don't care. He got fed, and that's pretty much all he cares about. Oh, whoa, Mike. What do you mean I ate all? Wow, you are not a friend. You are not a friend, Mikey. No, Tina, that's beside the point. you just now you're just trying to stir up trouble. There you go, stirring the pot. I might have, maybe. Oh, plan on talking about that trip a little bit more on Saturday, but let me tell you something. The first week of that trip was kind of brutal. Besides that, Tina, if you ask her or Diana, if you ask her, you'd probably find out that she's the one that volunteered for me to be gone. I mentioned anything about going out there and helping Mark out, and she was like It's okay. Let me help you pack. When can you leave in the morning? She doesn't hide her enthusiasm all that much. You know what I mean? What's good for the goose or the geese? I had a lovely 10 days while he was gone. See? And I'm gonna tell you, she's hiding her enthusiasm for that, because any other time she'd be jumping up and down. I never understood that thing. Stirring, make it stop from boiling over. Well, I never thought about it that way, Tina. I think from this part of the country, it basically means, everything's going along cooking just fine, and then somebody sticks their spoon in and gets everything all riled up again. But you do have a point about the boiling. There's Dean the turkey legster. You made it. Start over. Okay, we'll start over, Dean. You hadn't missed much. I ate cookies on the screen. Mike's upset because he didn't get any cookies. Dawn ate all her mom's recipe pumpkin cookies. We talked about making other kinds of pie and cookies. We know that Diana is not Canadian. She doesn't like anything maple, butterscotch, pumpkin. Mike doesn't like apple cider unless it's got alcohol in it. So we're not sure either one of them are actually Canadian. And I don't know. That's about it. Oh, and Cherise had a tooth pull, so she's got a sore mouth. They weren't turkey leg cookies, Dean. Just if that helps any. Tell you what, guys, like I said, that first week of that trip wore me out, and the second week pretty much beat my backside to pieces. So I'm kind of sore. Just a little bit stove up from all that excitement. Got to see the pony, or the colt, though, the pole. Excuse me. Well, one man's saying is another woman's proverb. Maybe something like that, Tina. How about we need to work on that? Let me show you something. Something I did bring home. Wait just a minute here. Oh, if I don't fall down. Oh. I brought a souvenir home with me. You may name that vegetation. Kind of takes me right back. Turkey leg cookie cutter. Oh, I got some new cookie cutters. Speaking of cookie cutters, I think they're upstairs, though. Brenda, are those laying on the table? Sage, Tina McNeil wins the Cupid doll. I brought some sage home with me. So I brought a little bit of the Wild Wild West home. I have some new cookie cutters. I'll have to get Brenda to make some cookies and show you guys what I've got. They're special cookie cutters. Brenda doesn't like sage either, Tina. Or I don't know if you said you did or didn't, but she's not that crazy about it. So I have to keep it down here with me. And the cats aren't that crazy about it either. I've got to check and see if it's in the same family as catnip, but I don't think it is. I like it. I'm trying to figure out how long this bundle will last me. I bound it up and have it here, but I'm pretty sure it'll dry out, fall apart soon. Probably still crush it though. It keeps its smell for quite a while. Okay, well that's better. It was strong. I put it in my suitcase. I had it in my suitcase. So as soon as I got home, I put my suitcase in the car. We were headed. I believe this is correct, Brenda. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but as soon as I put the suitcase in the car, Brenda starts saying, "What's that smell?" Yeah, I've got a little bit in the Ziploc bag, Cherie. That's what I was thinking about trying it. I may put a little bit more in there. I was wondering if I could wet it just a little bit, if that would help, but I don't want it to mildew and rot. We got a vacuum sealer upstairs, but I don't know if that'd be good or bad. It might suck all the scent right out of it. Did you go? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Cherie. I went to visit, you could say, in a fashion. It was sort of a forced march kind of thing. Without getting into too many details, Mark needed some help, and I don't want to say I ran to the rescue because that's a far fetched tale. I limped to the rescue, sort of, or limped out to help at least. Do you think that means Tim would disappear for? Wait a minute, what's this? I was going to burn some and walk around the house and get rid of evil spirits. Oh, thank you. I hope that nobody's paying much attention. Diana caught it. And Cherie caught it. I just might. That's a fact. Won't you give that a try, babe, and see what happens? I have a video premiere at 9. I have relatives in town and wasn't sure if I'd be busy visiting with them, but they're heading to bed. So I'll be heading out before 9. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll probably quit by then, if not before. Like I said, I didn't have a smudging. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. I was thinking about I'm going to do this Saturday, and I'll do it now, but I don't have it marked. But I was just starting to get I was going to draw it out on my map. I saw some cool things, though. I don't know if I can really show it well, but I was going to show you where we went to and from. And all that was the first part of the vacation. And then we spent the last week at Mark's house. But we traveled a lot from there. So let's see here. This won't be perfect. And like I said, I'll do a better job Saturday. But okay. Let's use this. Basically, Mark started out about here, and he drove down to here, and then we went from here all the way down through here to here, down near Old Mexico, and then we turned around and we came all the way back up. And I might add, during that course of that time, I believe Oh, sorry, Tina. Hang on. During the course of that time, I should have gotten a lot closer. Let's see if I can do it from here. Anyway, Mark started here, and I joined him. It's all backwards there, and from there we went down to here, and then back up. Wow, I have that looking up to there. I'll draw it out so you can see it better next time. But Salt Lake City to El Paso, and El Paso back to Kemmerer, Wyoming. Well, Opal. Which made me forget what I was getting ready to say. What was I getting ready to say? Dang. I can't remember. Like I said, it was a bit of a force. Oh, I know what I was going to say, and I don't know about anything else. And there are those who will probably disagree with me, but in the course of those many days, I think I added up that we stayed in 4, maybe 5, but I think 4 different Holiday Inn Expresses. So while we didn't go down being very smart, we came back knowing things because we stayed there. For example, the word got out, we were coming back up through Colorado, and they were having some issues about, worrying about avalanches this winter, and they heard that we were there, so they to discuss that. Even though, that's not our field of expertise, but we'd slept in Holiday Inn Express the night before, so we knew things. You see Teddy's tail. Teddy laid back down. We can't see that, Tim. I'm sorry. I'll show. Like I said, I'll show you better on my big map Saturday. Hey, you want to come up and say hi? Somebody saw your tail, but now I don't see who. Tina McNeil saw your tail. Hey, you want to show your other end? Apparently not right now. I'd pick him up and make him say hi, but my arms are almost healed up because I've been gone for 2 weeks. My arms have healed up slightly. I hate to get him riled up again. How many days did we drive? Well, let's see. I left here Monday morning. Mark picked me up Monday afternoon, and we drove from then until I think we got back Saturday afternoon. Got back to Mark's house. So the only day in there that we weren't, and we drove, actually, that's not true. We drove every one of those days pretty hard. One day, there was a day in the middle when we packed the truck, but we drove early that morning and we drove late into the night. So there really wasn't a day we didn't travel. We didn't travel any 14-hour days, though. 8 to 10, and we stopped. Usually we were pulling a trailer on the way home. So that slowed us down a little bit. But, Mark's truck was comfortable, or reasonably so. What beat me to death was traveling around his house after we got back, showing me all the cool stuff he wanted me to see, and it was just a little bumpy in places. Let's see here while I'm at it. Oh, we picked these up on. I shouldn't show all my show and tells. You guys might see these twice. But we found these up on the rim of the. It's not a canyon, really. At least I wouldn't call it that, but not too far from his house. We were up on this rim looking down into kind of a wide high plains valley, I would call it, or basin maybe. And we found this, the remnants of a prairie chicken where it probably looked like a golden eagle had lunch. I don't know if you can see those or not. But I'm going to tie them up and do something with them. I have a couple of other things I'm going to put with them, but I don't really want to show them on TV right now. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can show this one. I think this is out of the same bird. I got two of those, so I'm going to, somehow or another, I'm going to tie those up. And maybe someday I'll hang them from my headdress. If I ever have a headdress. But they're neat feathers. Not anything I could pick up back here, that's for sure. Prairie chickens and bald eagles and not bald eagles. Well, I did see a bald eagle, but a lot more golden eagles out there. Uh-oh, what are we doing here? I missed something. I saw 8 turkeys this week while I was walking along the sidewalk. You were walking along the sidewalk, Mike, or the turkeys were walking along the sidewalk? Blue Jays are out of the series down, I think. Blue Jays. I think so, Mike. That's the one team I don't. You remember who they were playing? Because I know who won better than who they were playing. I missed some of the games. And that was one of the games I never did see on. So I either missed it before it was over, or maybe they were playing it in the afternoon and I didn't realize it. But I know Milwaukee won. They beat, I think they beat one of the Florida teams. I know that the Marlins, Tampa Bay lost. I know there were 4 teams that swept their series. The turkeys were walking along the sidewalk. Well, that's cool. Do they know how to obey the traffic signs? You don't think they'll really appreciate you having? Well, Mike, they need to learn how to take a joke, buddy. Oh, that they lost. Okay. Yeah, I know this is the first time Milwaukee had won. No, not Milwaukee. The Twins, excuse me. Milwaukee lost too. The Twins had won a game, much less a series, and this was just a 2-game thing. So these must be. I believe they added some games last year to stretch it out a little bit, or add some baseball at the end of the season. So these were just best 2 out of 3s. They used to play 2 out of 5s. I don't know when they went to 2 out of 3s, but they did that. And so 4 of those series were sweeps. The same team won 2 games in a row, and it was over quick. And so the Jays, if the Jays are out, they were swept. Whoever Milwaukee was playing, they were swept. I could look it up, but hey, Dave, welcome in, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell. The turkeys were walking how with their big, beautiful, delicious legs. That would be right, Dean. That would be correct. Anybody in here ever watched the BBC comedy series called Black Adder? Just out of curiosity. Something else Mark turned me on to this weekend. They were tackled, Dean. Has anybody in here ever, I mean, speaking of turkeys walking, Dean, anybody ever figured out how boneless chickens walk? That's a mystery to me. Never seen it. Pretty funny if you ever get a chance to watch it. It's pretty funny. Some episodes are probably funnier than others, but it's got Mr. Bean in it, if you know Mr. Bean. We're having turkey on the weekend for Thanksgiving. Is this your all's Thanksgiving this weekend, Mike? We might have turkey this year. I don't know. We hadn't talked about any of that yet. Because for us, it's still 2 months away. If I start talking about it now, I'll be hungry for a month. Oh, I guess I could take this off, Mike. Canadian Thanksgiving. Cool. So we're all invited over, right? I mean, that only seems fair since you've talked about it. Dean's ready. Turkey, McDonald's or Burger King. Come on down. I'll buy extra donuts. You have turkey donuts, Mike? Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stopped up again. I bet somebody makes turkey leg cookie cutters, oh Dean. I bet we could find some. Dean says he can eat turkey any day and be thankful for it too. I tell you what, if it was always brined and smoked like they do those turkey legs, I could probably eat it about every day. My blood pressure probably wouldn't like it, but I could eat it every day. I'm only good for turkey twice a year. I can't do more than that. Sorry. It gives you really bad gas. Oh, that might be sharing a little bit too much there, Mike. Diana, you got any comments to that? They have turkey leg cookie cutters on Amazon. I say, oh, okay, there you go. Well, now that I think about it, they do have turkey legs at Disney World year round. So Diana's saying, no, it does not, Mike. I'm sorry, I'm slumping again. He sat up straighter. Oh, see, that's the nice thing about having Mike and Diana in here. She keeps him straight. Or makes every effort to. Oh, Brenda, my leg's starting to cramp. It's starting to do its cramping thing. I don't do turkey. Give me ham. Dave, you know what, Dave? You and I are right there together, brother. I'd rather have ham myself, but I've eaten a lot of turkey and I like turkey. It's not that I dislike turkey, I just like ham better. Although I'll have to admit, the last couple of years seems like we've let ours get a little bit too done. Growing up, my dad used to get a ham for Christmas. That was something that his company gave away were hams, and he'd take it down to the grocery store, maybe where he picked it up. I'm not sure, and they'd slice it up and he'd bring it home. And it was pre-cooked, but it was needed to be heated up. But I used to sneak in there and get chunks out of the refrigerator and eat them cold. Not that I was supposed to. Yeah, ham on the bone. Ham on the bone is much better than hamless pork. I mean, if you think a boneless chicken is sad to watch flop around, you ought to see a boneless pig flop around. Oh, we got 4 hams so far, or 3 hams anyway. Although Mike said he likes it too. And we used to eat a lot of turkey for Christmas. I mean, that was about as common here as turkey for Thanksgiving, but I'd rather have something else. I'd rather have ham, or one year I made beef Wellington, I think it was. And I like things like that occasionally, something different. I mean, once a year. Sorry, Dean, I'm bypassing turkey at Epcot later this month. Mike says we usually do prime rib for Christmas Eve. Well, that would be good. Although the Disney turkey leg tastes like ham. It's because it's smoked. You're kind of right. You're not so far off there, Cherie. But we won't tell Dave that. We won't tell Dean that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Smoked turkey, be it legs like Disney World or any other part, is superior to, I think, pretty much any other version of turkey. Oops, Dean. I will go out wait and get one if I can get one. Guys, I'm not sure how much longer I'll be here. It's about time to go anyway, but this cramp thing I get with my leg is painful, and it's making me make ugly faces. Hang on just a minute. Be right back. Damn it. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I don't know if I'll be able to do this much longer or not. You too, Cherie. I'm not sure. I'll probably be going off here in a minute because it depends. Some nights it lasts all night. I'm hoping I can take something for here in a few minutes and it'll ease up. It's miserable not when it does it all night long. It's most miserable. I would say way to sleep, but there's no sleeping. Ah, God. It's like it starts in my foot and works my way up to my ankle, my calf, then my thigh, and it just folds my leg up and then lets it go. Folds my leg up and lets it go. Okay, guys, I don't think I want to. Everybody go see Dean's video or say hi to Dean. And I think I'm going to call it a night. How much water do I drink in a day that will help muscle cramps? Well, how much is in a cup of coffee, Mike? Because I drink a jug of coffee every day. So I get some water, but I also do drink water. I keep a water bottle beside me, but I don't drink enough. But it's more of a nerve thing than it's more of a nerve issue than just a straight muscle cramp. It's it's kind of like the nerves start firing, and then that causes it to. Yeah, banana helps too. I should probably be taking calcium supplements if nothing else. Okay, so I'm afraid that's going to round things up for the night. I'll be back Saturday morning. Yeah, I know caffeine dehydrates me. I know. I said that to a doctor once. He said, "Well, you know, most of what's in that is water. So, you know, some of it does get in your system, but I know it's not the same thing." I'll be here Saturday morning. I hope to have something put together. I don't know if I'll be here by myself or if Mark will be here. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days, so I'm not sure if it's hunting season out there, so he may be he may have some vets hunting out there this weekend. They had some last week, but his stepson had them out, Sammy. But anyway, I'll have some pictures and I'll have a few, maybe some video clips if I've got some, and maybe some other show and tell things like fossils. And everybody have a good rest of Thursday night. Thanks for showing up. Glad to be back. I'll be honest. I miss being out west, but I am also glad to be home. So anyway, everybody take care. Have a good evening, and I'll see you all Saturday morning. Bye-bye.